Let's talk about some of these videos that you might be watching on YouTube that you think is helping you, but might actually be hindering your walk with the Lord. There are a few videos that I have seen on my journey that I would say to you to just be cautious with. Use your discernment. This is not about false prophets. If you have time to go around and accuse people of being a false prophet, sweetheart, I'd advise you to really find what God is calling for you to do in this lifetime. How does He want to use you? Because those who are really walking with the Lord and that they are doing what God has called for them to do, they don't have time to go and criticize others. So I'm not talking about false prophets. I'm talking about dopamine. I have seen videos on YouTube that say things like, your kingdom spouse is on his way. Your kingdom spouse is thinking about you. You're about to get your breakthrough in the next 3 days. You're about to have a financial win by the end of the week. In my opinion, as someone who was a tarot reader for 10 years, there's no difference. It's the same thing and it's the same spirit. So first of all, this is what I want to call out. So many of us can get hooked on those videos instead of the Lord. So if you're going through something that you're struggling with, and you are looking for answers, or you're looking for clarity, or you're looking for guidance, you don't want to let yourself get addicted or hooked onto videos like that. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to be in a situation where you feel stuck and you're going to immediately go online and look for the answer in a video like that. Now, I'm not saying that the people that are making those videos are evil or demonic or anything. I actually know people that do stuff like that and they're great people. But people get hooked. And what you might find is that you might look at your algorithm on YouTube and notice that that is what pops up when you go online. And the reason it pops up is because that is what you are mainly looking at. So that is something that I need you to really understand, because what you want the habit to be is, I'm really, really stuck. I'm confused. I'm a little bit lost. I don't quite know what the Lord is calling for me to do right now. I need to go into a fast. I need to go have a prayer weekend. I need to just close the door to my house and put my phone down and tell my friends I'm a hermit for the next 2 days and fast and read the scriptures and seek the Lord and be with His holiness. There are so many ways that we can love the Lord, and there are so many ways that we can feel the love from the Lord. And there are times where I feel Him as my Father and I say, Papa, I love you so much. Good morning. And when I eat, I say, oh, this looks so delicious. Thank you, Papa. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Jesus. And we show up like children, because guess what? We are His children. But there are other times where you feel His glory, which is a heavy weight that pushes down on you, and you go into a bow and you feel like you can't stand up for hours and you just have to be as close to the floor as possible because you can feel His holiness. That is another form of how He can show up in our lives, depending on how much you are in the flesh. And if you are fasting and you're not in the flesh, then what's going to happen is that you're going to feel more close to Him. If you're not fasting and you're in the flesh, you're going to seek Him in different ways. So this type of content, I just want you to use discernment. Because to me, you're feeling a bit lonely and maybe you're looking for a relationship and you want to watch videos that say, oh, your kingdom spouse is thinking about you. Well, you might as well go and watch a video of your twin flame is thinking about you. Please don't. Because it's the same thing. It's the same deceiving spirit. So many of us get hooked on those types of videos because you haven't given your idolatry of marriage to the Lord yet. You haven't accepted that you might not be called to marriage, because guess what? Marriage is not about you. And he might not call you to it. He might not. Are you okay with that? And if you're not, if you think, no, I need a relationship, then you haven't given that to the Lord, and you're going to be drawn to those types of videos. You see how that works? And then videos, your breakthrough is coming. In the book of Revelation, it talks about a sign of the end times, talks about people wanting their ears to be tickled, which basically means, help me feel good, right? Help me feel good. When I coach women, when I mentor women, that is one of the first things that we discuss before we even book you in for a mentorship. I'm not here to tickle your ears. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to break you apart so that you can walk with Jesus. My gift is that I see everything and I'll expose in you what you hold if you're willing to listen. But I don't work with people to make them feel better. And even when I was in the New Age and I was a tarot reader, I would say the same thing. I'm not here to give you a reading to make you feel good. I'm here to show you the truth. That has always been my personal gift from the start, is to expose the lies. And God now uses that to expose the enemy and his tricks. And this is one of them. Do not let yourself get addicted to those types of videos. Do not let yourself get to a point where you feel like you need guidance, you need clarity, and the first thing you do is go online and find a YouTube video. Because that will move you away from the Lord. And I don't want you to move away from the Lord. I want you to get closer to him. And I highly recommend a fast. And if you're someone that really struggles with fasting, let me just give you a tip. This is something that I did. First of all, you can do things like one meal a day. I did that for 47 days as part of my deliverance season. It was not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But that was how I got delivered from a lot of the things that were on me. And I wrote about that in my book. So going through that type of fast works the same. If you struggle with that, you can do a fat fast. That works the same too. Just have the fats. Have a cup of tea or a coffee in the morning with some cream. Have another one in the afternoon. Have something in the evening, a bit of cream or a bit of... Some people eat cheese. I don't know if you want to eat cheese. Some people don't like dairy. But it's a fat fast. So do some research on fat fasting, because the lack of carbohydrates also acts as a fast. So if you're someone that's never done a fast before, never done one, then just go easy. Because I remember when I first tried to do mine, and it completely threw me out of whack. So just don't go too extreme too quickly, because again, that will just mess with your nervous system, confuse you and throw you off, and then you're going to struggle and you're going to think you can't do it, but you absolutely can. So there are just other ways that you can do it until you get to the point where you feel you can do a water fast or a dry fast. That is how you get close to God. It's not through these YouTube videos. And don't get me wrong, there's great teachers out there, but I'm talking about these prophetic videos, especially anything that starts with these things. I have an urgent message for you from God. The God that I serve isn't in a hurry for anything. He's the king of the universe. He's not in a hurry. So discernment means you're not going to fall for that. Discernment means you're watching someone on YouTube that wants you to watch them on YouTube, not send you to the Lord. Videos that say things like, oh my gosh, I just had to pull my car over right now and get this message to you because it's so important. And it's again, if God has an important message for you, guess what? He'll tell you, not the person on the other side of the world in their car. Yes, God can use people to bring you a message. Yes, he can. I'm not saying he can't. He can. But these urgent, I had to pull my car over. God has an urgent message for you. God has a warning for you. These things tend to spike dopamine, spike fear, spike some kind of elevation. And that's selling you a feeling, not a lesson. God is in no hurry. He knows you. He knows what you're going to do. It's already written. He doesn't need to hurry. But I tell you who does have to hurry. The enemy. Because he ain't got much time left. He has to hurry. Have you ever met someone? Have you ever been on a date with someone that is in such a hurry to see you again, to move in with you, to marry you, to have kids with you? They're in such a hurry that you never really had the opportunity to even know if you like them. That's a tactic, right? That's a tactic, and some of you have experienced that. We can call it love bombing if you want, but really it's just this, I'm going to move so quickly that you don't have time to think. That's what the enemy does with a lot of those videos. And that is what a lot of scammers do. You see this in London, where you'll have someone that rushes up to you and is in panic. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. My kid is sick. I need your help. I need your help. My kid is sick. And you go into, oh my God, panic. And you panic with them. And then before you know it, there's a guy standing right behind you that's just taking your phone and your wallet out of your back pocket and you didn't even know because you're so panicked. That's the trick of the enemy. God doesn't do that. God is the King of the universe. He doesn't need to do that. Slow and steady wins the race. Peace abounds. Jesus brings peace. Jesus does not need to bring you an urgent message from his car. He doesn't have to get anyone to pull over immediately and put this message out. No. And anything that spikes you like that takes away that rest, God moves in you through rest. One of the commandments is to protect the Sabbath. Rest. Fourth commandment, protect the Sabbath. Rest. Rest is so important. And the enemy will try to rob that from you. And he can do that through those videos. If you knew how much Jesus loved you, you would go to him personally for everything. If you need to understand something on a deeper level, if you want to be close to him, if you want to go into a place, and I highly recommend this, going into a fast for 2 days where you just praise him for those 2 days, you will feel so alive. Not fasting to understand something, not fasting to move something, not fasting to get anything, fasting so that you can feel his glory and worship him. That is what you need, not another prophetic warning. Quick, watch this video now. Jesus needs you to know this now. Sweetheart, do not take the bait.